Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to create a hunchback prosthetic piece using a silicone skin layer and a soft foam center. The soft foam allows the prosthetic to be lighter on your model's back, and the silicone still gives the skin-like texture and feel that you need to make it as realistic as possible. I go through the products that you'll need for this piece and a step-by-step of how it is created. Firstly, you need to go over the entire mold with Vaseline. This acts as a releasant, so that the prosthetic will come out later on without sticking to the mold and not causing the cap plastic layer to tear. Next, you're going to need acetone, cap plastic, a glass jug, and a weighing scales. It's important to use a glass jug for this part as the acetone would melt a plastic one. We now measure out a 2-to-1 ratio of acetone to cap plastic. The more acetone used, the more watered down it becomes. I weighed out 10 grams of acetone to 5 grams of cap plastic. Sometimes, due to it being so light, the weighing scales can turn off, but don't worry too much at this stage as long as once mixed together the consistency is correct. Once it is mixed together, you can now begin to brush on layers of the mixture into your mold. As this is a large mold which needs a large blending edge, I will brush on 5 layers. It's important to get into any small areas such as the mole in this mold. Next you're going to need Platsil Gel 10, a flesh tone pigment, Deadener, a jug and a weighing scales. This will be the silicone brush on layer. Next you will need the soft foam mixtures. This is PU5800. Also, a weighing scales, a jug, and some mixing sticks. I have already done the silicone brush on layer ready for the foam process. As you can see, I will be using my respirator as the soft foam mixture can be very hazardous. Firstly, I'm going to be pouring in 10 grams of part A. Unfortunately, the video didn't pick up me pouring this in, but there was definitely 10 grams of it in the jug. I then moved on to part B. This was only 3 grams as I wanted to ensure that my soft foam was very soft once cured and gave the most realistic feel once with the silicone. The creaming time is only 20 seconds, so you need to work fast to get the correct consistency before pouring it in. As you can see, it will become a pale yellow all over, and this is now ready to go into the mold. It will set quickly, so you will need to smooth it out quickly, ready for it to expand and fill your mold. As you can see, once I fill the mold, I start spreading it out with a mixing stick to ensure that it doesn't expand over my designated mold. When the soft foam has set, I pour over another batch of the silicone mixture, making sure that I fill the rest of the mold without overfilling it. Some of the soft foam on one of the edges did lift up due to being stuck to the mixing stick. You need to keep in mind how quick the soft foam will set as you don't want to disturb it and cause lift just like this has. As you can see, this is where the soft foam has lifted. It now no longer sits flat under the silicone. Be mindful of this. This is the final piece. As you can see, I didn't put enough silicone in my brush up layer in certain areas as you can see the soft foam underneath. To resolve this issue, you can wait until the silicone is nearly set and then brush up the edges. On the back, you can slightly see where the soft foam raises. If this happens to you, don't worry as you will still be able to use this piece. Overall, this is a successful piece to use and I hope that this tutorial was helpful.